So now, before go that, let's cover the one static site, one static requirements where there is no backend. Good. So static and dynamic. Okay. So when the API involve any communication, it's called the dynamic communication. Means you are sending the data whatever you want. It means the Fahmid is sending the data based on his user permission. Ashraf is doing his way. Munna is doing his way. Right? That's actually dynamic. Static means something there is no API involved. Okay. So when we need the static, when you need the dynamic. When you do the dynamic, of course, it makes the two systems communicating or the more than two systems communicating. So there is some lag, means there is some slowness can happen because the front end is sending the data back and need to decide whether the request is valid or not. So the question is, do you need the dynamic always? You don't need the dynamic always. We have hundreds of requirements on the TS40 website. You don't need the dynamic. This is not dynamic. This is, we had a video, okay, in the Vimeo, we just added in our code base. So this is not dynamic. This is not dynamic also. Why we do this? Because we make the website faster loading. Okay, it's just, we are just sending in the HTML, CSS, we are just adding the code. Because this is basically the HTML, CSS. HTML means you just see the scratch of a building. Okay, CSS is like all your beautification. HTML is your like the foundation. You do not see, you just see the all the pillar, all the framing, right? Or maybe the brick. But the CSS means when you do make the painting, cover up everything, looks good. That's the CSS. Without CSS, your application looks sucks. Now the where the JavaScript come, when you want to do some like the dynamic things on here, behavior, then where the JavaScript come. In JavaScript is a programming language. Node.js behind the scene, the programming language is JavaScript. Okay. So let's go back. So static, you need the static because of the application. This one is static. This one is static. We're just adding some link. This one is actually, it is static from here. Then it goes to dynamic. I do not want to go this. This is actually the static. This is dynamic, sorry. Yeah, because the chat application is dynamic. It's taking to the another link. Because the chat application is people are joining. Nobody can join in our chat unless they do the sign up. Nobody can join unless they do the sign in. Right? This is actually the API call. Yes. Oh, so you're right. For the joining the chat, sign up number 1, sign in number 2, then you can join the chat. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're right. So in this case, but the chat application chat is actually the API. This is just, we just added a button. This part is completely like it goes take us to the another URL. See this? It takes to the another URL. It's a dynamic. In this one, dynamic how? This all coming from the different API. This has the API.
Can you say like if a feature has another layer, it's dynamic?
No. No.
Like if you can another
No.
feature comes up.
No, there is no memorization. You have to engage. What it has the API, what does not have the API. There is no single way you can say, oh, this is dynamic. I know this, that's what I'm telling you.
So this page has a different API than the actual page you were before, right?
Homepage, right? Yeah. So why we did it? Homepage, we are trying to make it load as fast as possible. So they have the excellent user experience. Because at the end of the day, people don't care you have the what the hell you have. They don't care any of this. They care I came on this website, it's looking good. He's provided me all the information. I also want it to be faster, not too slow. It's the problem for the user because they will run away. Is end of the day, they are right, not you. Good. But I do not want to go any more details. All I wanted to say, like the dynamic and the static. Static means you do not need to be, you can put the information on your website. It just stick with it, HTML, CSS, JavaScript code. So it does not do anything on the backend. There is no backend, there is no database. How about that? But the static page, there is no backend, there is no database. If we shut down our backend now, still the website is fine. This website will be still fine because they are static. They are not dead. Yeah, this requirement is nothing with the database. Yeah, this part is nothing with the database. Right, it does not have anything. When you have an API, if you click something, if an API, then it will not, it will say 404 or 500. Any question? So static and dynamic, we solved the problem today. I hope you guys memorize. And again, one more time, there is no like a guesstimation engagement. The moment you understand the requirement, and then you can say.
How would you know for the other website like this static?
Good question. You can remember?
This one you know it.
No, remember, you can inspect it and then go to the payload. Okay. Okay. So let's go here. So he asked, how do you know what is static, what is dynamic, right? What is API, what is not API? So click here, right? So simply to know this, right click, inspect, and go to the network. Click the network, okay? Now you can click. Now you click here and you will look at here, okay? Ready, set, go. You'll find out that there is so many things happen. Okay, so there is actually the payload here. You'll find out that. Let me see. Pratik, can you help me? Which is the sign-in API? Let me see. We have the sign-in API here. That's we are going to look. Let's see. Let me see. Patch. No. Okay, let me see.
These all are the APIs.
Oh my gosh. Actually, I wanted to show him the sign up. But yes, so basically once you log in, there is a lots of APIs load in with your username and password. I wanted to show him only one sign in. Probably the sign up is the best one. So let's exit this. Let's exit this. Clear this. Let's clear it up.
I think you'll get the sign in API into the sign in page on that button.
Yeah, please clean it up. So this is important. That's how everybody, you have to identify the issues. DevOps identify the issue, developer identify issues, whether the API is working or not. So when you say this is not working, the way you look at it right away. So let's go back here, sign up. Okay. Okay, of course, there is other things are loading because that's the way that it should be. What is this one is? Can you identify the API here? Let me see. It's good if you have the Swagger, right? How easy it is. Okay, let me see one time. I just want to show one API somehow. So let's see. Login. Okay, no, this enrollment data. Okay, I will actually take this and I will give you the which API exactly here for the sign up. For the once you do this part, we'll be able to tell you which is the exactly login API. I wish I can find out. Okay, so the question, hey, take the question, please. How to find out the login, the sign up API from the inspect. Okay.
No, my question was how do you know if it's like if it's not your own website? For other website, how do you know this page is static or
Dynamic,
dynamic?
dynamic.
That's what I was asking.
Okay, it really depends based on the application. Each of the website, the modern website, the large companies website, they have the static and dynamic mix. Contact us page can be like a static. About us page, okay, good question. About us page, static. When the things are changing daily, that's kind of the dynamic. The user data, user will be different, user data, user behavior will be different. It is dynamic. Contact us page is you do not change every day. It can be API as well. Our contact us has the API. About us, it can be the static or it can be dynamic. But it's really hard to say because the you can click it and it can load other API. For that specific area, maybe there is no API, right? But other thing may be the API. How else you can know? If in a calculator, online calculator, right? You are doing the calculation and you see it is working, but you are not able to store the data. That's also the API, but it's not storing the data. Do you guys understand that? I just remind me the third layer. So if there can be the API, but no database. The online calculator, mortgage calculator is one of the best. Or any calculator, you are doing all the math, they are also actually the API. But there is no database because it does not allow you to store the, yes. So if a field you are doing, as an example, and if you are able to retrieve the data, it is 100% API and it has the database involved. If you are inputting something and you are coming back and patching means that you are able to restore, it is actually has the API. Means that it is not only the API, it has involved the database. If you can only do things dynamically, whatever you want, in this case, but you are not able to store it, you are not able to save it. For the next time, there is API, this is 2-tier, but there is no database involved. Good. But still, you said how you know this is I will find out our area how to sign up things works. Thank you. Okay, so we're done.